saying, though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, shit. You can see the most important shit on here more than ever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, because they, like, you know what I'm saying? We up there, like, explaining some important shit. But it's like, it's like people don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, go get ignored. You know what I mean? I mean, like, it might get likes. The video might get likes and all that shit. But they not go do nothing about it because they on ignore the shit. You know what I'm saying? For real. Simple as that. Anyway, so yeah, they starting to like, try to like, frame people and shit. But do they want to do anything about it? Hell no. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to ignore this shit. They look at this shit as entertainment. You know what I mean? For real though. And I'm just keeping it a bang. You know what I'm saying, gang? I am not playing. I'm serious. But anyway, so I outsmart this, like, dude, because this motherfucker tried to use reverse psychology on my, up there saying, my phone wasn't, like, given to me over, like, there at the phone place. You know what I'm saying? When I went to go pay my bill. You know what I'm saying? And me, I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm like, bro, it's not gonna happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? For real though. You know, shit, nah. Saying I didn't even like raise my voice like what like you know what I'm saying I didn't even do none of that shit, you know what I'm saying. I just talked to the guy as a civilized person, and I like showed him the proof that my phone, I got my phone from there and all that, you know what I'm saying. He go up there and say, oh, you must have given me the wrong number, you give me the wrong number. I think it was like because I had like my phone like what I'm saying, my volume up on my phone or whatever when I was explaining my number to him. You know what I'm saying? For real, and I turned it down a little bit, you know what I mean? So he could hear my voice. He heard my voice, but he up there like, go say I like, said the wrong number and all that. I'm like, bro, go somewhere with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh my goodness. Boy, crazy or something, you know what I mean? Anyway, so this dude gonna be like, thing. Like, what I'm saying? Out there, like, just looking at my number, and then he goes, like, try that, like, charge me so many dollars. So I'm like, what? I'm like, bro, stop playing. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, like, shoot. I'm like, I had the tablet, and I, like, brought that back on the 26th of September. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah. So that was 10 extra dollars. I'm like, no, take that off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Take that on my account. You know what I mean? Because I'm about to say no game. And it's like this motherfucker didn't know how to count. You know what I'm saying? He's like, your bill could be $60. You know what I'm saying? Now when I said on my, like, text message, thank you for paying $55 for your phone bill. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm like, this is an idiot right here. For real though, I'm like, wow. Hey bro, how did they hire an idiot like you? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? For real though, I'll just let it slide on my bank, you know what I mean? Because I don't got time for that bullshit, you know what I mean? For real though. Anyway, yeah, I stopped that stuff. I stopped it. You know what I mean? Just like I said, dude, like, bank is over. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's like anger. That was anger bait. You know what I mean? For real though. You know what I'm saying? For real though. I'm like, shoot. I'm like, not no more. You know what I'm saying? Not again. You know what I mean? Anyway, so, yeah, I'm just like, I got done watching the, like, show that I was watching. You know what I'm saying? Up in the firm or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It had like, I know I said it had like 6 episodes, but it had 7. You know what I'm saying? For real. And I like, got done watching the episodes, you know what I mean? For real. And like, I'm finna watch like the documentary like tomorrow though. You know what I'm saying? Because like, I wanted to do this video right here. You know what I mean? So I took care of that. You know what I'm saying? For real though. Anyway, so yeah, I'm not like, I have like, I think 18 episodes left to watch, like, of the Diplomat, and I'm gonna like, what I'm saying, go ahead and keep on watching, like, 2 episodes or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Because I had, like, 24 episodes to watch. You know what I'm saying? For real though. Yeah. Yeah, I know how to do it, you know what I mean? Anyway, so, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Anyway, I'm gonna, like, watch Gary Spears, like, comedy or whatever when I, you know what I'm saying? For real though, because, like, bro, it's still funny, I'm telling you, you know what I mean? I'm telling you, you know what I mean? I mean, like, bro, you can say anything, and yeah, I'm a crack up. I'm gonna laugh. You know what I mean? Anyway, so, yeah, I'm gonna, like, check it out or whatever. You know what I mean? Right after I upload this video or whatever, whatnot, you know what I mean? Because, like, shoot, I'm just, like, just wanna laugh, man. Oh my goodness. It just something for real though. I mean, like every material he come up with, I'm gonna laugh at it immediately. You know what I mean? For real though. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna, like, go ahead and, like, check that out or whatever. Whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so yeah, I'm just up there, just like, just up there, just thinking or whatever. Whatnot. You know what I mean? Right on. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, like, my teacher don't have nothing to worry about, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm always be over there at class, you know, shit, right on. 24/7. I'm not playing. I'm serious. I'm serious as ever, you know what I mean? Right on. But as for that, like, what I'm saying, content creators that talk about real shit, I hear you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm a pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Right on. And, like, yeah, I'm gonna keep on paying attention. You know what I'm saying? Especially if y'all talking about some serious shit. You know what I mean? For real though. I got you. You know what I mean? Anyway, so yeah, I'm like, oh my goodness, it's crazy. It's crazy as ever. You know what I mean? Like, so, whoo. Anyway, so I am gonna, like, keep on checking out, like, stuff and all that. You know what I mean? Like, so, for real though. Telling you, getting crazy. You know what I'm saying? For real though. Like, to just, like, really soon or whatever, whatnot, you know what I mean? Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna, like, check out stuff, other stuff on YouTube, but right after I, like, check out Gary Spears. You know what I'm saying? For real though. Like, shoot, I did watch, like, SSG Animation. You know what I'm saying? And I watched, like, what I'm saying, Jay up there play this, like, game, I'm saying, called Silent Hill or whatever. I didn't finish it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get back to that. I'm gonna get back to that for sure. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, he might have, like, other, like, content for the game or whatever, you know what I mean? Fair enough. Like, it might be, like, parts to it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Fair enough. Anyway, so yeah, I might end up checking that out. Because it might be a long game, you know what I'm saying? Right on. Anyway, so yeah, like, so I'm gonna, like, keep my eye on it or whatever, see what's up or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I might end up watching it all the rest of the night or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I think right after or before I watch Gary Spears, like, comedy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot. Yeah, I know I got some snacks up in my room or whatever, but I'm gonna, like, eat those, like, for tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I can help some in my stomach before I go to class tomorrow or whatever or not. You know, shit, bro. You know what I mean? Anyway, shit, because, like, yeah, I'm out of cereal. You know what I'm saying? For real. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that or whatever. Or I'm gonna drink some water. Man, shit. Like, put some in my stomach. It's just gonna be liquid. That shit. Right on. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just like, whoa. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing new. Like, they gonna always keep on, like, coming up with something or whatever, whatnot. You know what I mean? To mess with us and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about, like, you know what I'm saying, how they, like, do it and all that. You know what I mean? For real though. Like, that's some crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? For real though. Like, shit. Oh, no. Nah. But I'm not gonna let that phase me. I'm not gonna let it phase me. You know what I'm saying? For real though. real though. I mean, like, it's warnings after warnings after warnings and warnings. And, like, it's like it's just getting annoying. You feel me? But anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, hit the bell on notification so you see my next upload and my next post. And I'll make sure I make another one tomorrow. And oh yeah, you can check out my previous videos if you like. So long, farewell, goodbye.